I'm filming this. Well, I'm not filming. I'm live here. um, so if you're watching the replay, this reading is live from February. February. We're not in February. We're in January. But there may be something happening in February. But this is supposed to be a next 72 hours reading. So it could resonate with you. Some of the messages, most of the messages, or none of the messages. There may be situations that may be going on around you, or maybe the energy that's around you, because sometimes, when you interact with different people, certain energies kind of pervade into our own. So let's see how that comes out. Let's see. I want to check if the audio is good so that we can, the next 72 hours, that's the intention for today's reading. Next 72 hours. That's the intention for today's reading. Okay. Right, next 72 hours. I have the Love Oracle, the Life Happens Oracle deck, and the Coffee Cup Oreo. Oreo. Oh gosh, Orioles. That's a baseball team, right? It's also cookies. Oreos. All right, let's see what comes up for the Coffee Cup Oracle deck. And that's just the collective need to know for the next 72 hours. Knock out the energy. What message the collective needs to know for the next 72 hours? Groom, husband, marriage, masculine energy essentially. Then we have choices and decision with the triangle. Okay, what else? Fish. Oh, wow. Got fish, abundance, luck. Pearl, hidden gem. And scales. Oh, another card's there. And bear. Justice and documents, scales. And bear. Stability. What's it say? Strength and resourceful. Try to read on the screen. And underneath is romance, sweetness, flowers, romance, sweetness. Okay, I'll put it this way. Lately I've been getting the energy like someone feeling like they are lucky, like they found somebody, they feel like they're lucky and all that stuff. This is supposed to be, it could be anything, but with the husband and with the groom card, triangle, choices and decision. So that may indicate there's like two options, and someone may be having to weigh the options to see weigh the pros and cons about something specific. It could be a male energy that may resonate with you if you resonate with having a male energy. Hello, Sanjay. Hope you're doing well. So, some of you may be dealing with a divine masculine or masculine energy, or you are the masculine energy. And there may be some sort of decision that you have to make that may be involving your finances, with the triangle and the fish card showing up. It could be two opportunities that you have to choose from. It could be possibly having to sign a contract. Two job opportunities that one of which or both of which may require you to sign some sort of contract. How you could you have to work for a company for a certain amount of time, that type of thing, or you have to commit to working with a specific company for a certain amount of time. That could be where the indecision is coming from, because sometimes you have to weigh, do you want the security of the job, but then it may not be providing you everything that you want. Like maybe the pay is good, but it's not what you want to do, or the pay is bad, but it's everything you want to do. So you had to decide on what is the best option or choice for yourself. There may be some opportunity that's hidden to you that may be coming out that you may not even be considering. So there may be a third hidden option with triangle and pearl, hidden gem. Some of you may be experiencing some financial issues too that's going to require you to be resourceful. There may be some information coming up within the next 72 hours that's going to require you to be resourceful with your finances. There may be an unexpected bill, what else? Something unexpected that you possibly weren't prepared for. You don't have enough money set aside, or this is like a preview or something to look out for within the next 72 hours, because something might happen unexpectedly where you may not be prepared for. It could be something that has to do with some legal proceeding. It could be possibly, hopefully, and like I mentioned in the beginning before I started this reading, I'm doing well, thank you. I mentioned, what did I say in the beginning? That all the messages may not resonate with you. Communication. Some of you may encounter a document that might have been kept secret from you. It could be some sort of letter. Like I mentioned, this may not resonate with everybody, but it could be some sort of will, some payout if it's a legal proceeding. That could be something that you're waiting for. You're waiting for some sort of decision to be rendered by the courts, by a judge, a judgment, some sort of judgment that may be involving some sort of settlement. Like with the Bear card, maybe this is what's happening, that some of you are waiting for a judgment, and in the meantime, you have been having to be resourceful with your finances. But there may be something that maybe you're waiting on that's going to bring some sort of resolution, possibly, So some of you may be getting a judgment that is in your favor. If it's one where you could tell, like you have all the evidence in order, and it's just a matter of some sort of decision that needs to be rendered, and it has to be rendered in your favor. There may be some sort of document that may be coming out. I know I said the next 72 hours, so this could be whenever you come across this reading. So some people are not going to watch this reading when it's posted, so they may view it later on. But I feel like something is going to come out, something hidden that may turn out in your favor. But depending on which side of justice you're on, if you're on the right side or the wrong side, it could be something that goes in your favor, or it could go against you. Now, if this is romance, because we do have the flower cards coming out, and it's interesting, underneath that was the old woman, and then we have the groom, a masculine energy, and then we have a feminine, older. So some of you may be dealing with the older feminine energy, if this is a love situation. Oh my gosh, you know how some people like sugar mom, having sugar mamas or something? 222 right now. It's 222 right now. Let's see. Let's see, some sort of hidden information is going to be unlocked. And then maybe regarding an older feminine energy. Yeah, so some of you, I don't know if there's an older feminine energy around you. Someone who may have passed. Possibly. But it's like some hidden information is going to unlock something then, and it's going to bring stability and growth, change in your situation. But with regards to romance, some of you may be dealing with an older woman. Like I said, sugar daddy, sugar baby situation, that could resonate, but I don't want to turn it into that territory right now. Okay, so I'm going to go into the Life Happens deck and see what else comes out. Let's see. For the next 72 hours. But anything can happen within the next 72 hours. But the day I'm filming this is on a Friday, you know? It's a weekend. But I know anything could come out. Anything can happen. And then we're having a holiday. We have a long holiday weekend. If wherever you're from, they do celebrate, what you call it? Like Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Okay, so we have the card Love and then Two-Face coming out. Oh, Say Less and Desperate. Like someone has reached the end of their rope. This card came out yesterday in the reading. Unexpected Blessing. Two-Faced. Say Less. And this card, you see a two-faced. When we think of two-faced people, we usually think of it in the negative context. Hello, Hunter. And Nawab, I live on Earth. I'm from the planet Earth. Well, at least this embodiment and this meat suit. I'm on Earth. I'm from Earth. Two-faced. So you know how some people, we have the negative connotation of a two-faced person, someone who pretends to be a friend to your face, but then behind your back, they're talking shit about you, right? But then there's the two-faced where you're someone, not you. It could be anybody. It could be you. It could be someone around you. Is it really showing like it being their true self? They could be hiding. Maybe they're going through something difficult and they're like putting up that brave face, but behind the scenes, they're overwhelmed, they're stressed, they're depressed, they may be experiencing anxiety. You know, they may be even feeling lonely or isolated in some way. Maybe the communication between you and this person, because this seems to be love. It could be a friend, because love, you know, you can love your friends, you can love your family, you know. So it seems like maybe someone is feeling, maybe putting on this facade and not communicating as much, or communication may have parsed down. It may have slowed down between you two, and there may be a bit of, or a sense of desperation coming from this person. But desperate with this. I mean, if we look at it separately, yeah. I mean, there could be somebody who is desperate to hear from you, especially if you've been keeping silence. If you're typically someone who speaks a lot, who talks a lot, and then now lately you've just essentially reduced your communication in some way, that could be causing them to spiral. You know, sometimes certain people need a lot of connection via communication. And if just to feel secure in whatever connection this is, could be a friendship, whatever, right? But if communication has died down between you and another person, this person, I don't know, I want to say this person may take desperate measures. They may do something to incite a reaction from you, something that will cause you to want to communicate or speak, you know? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, so let me see. Okay, desperate, unexpected blessing. But if this is a situation where, you know, you may be feeling a certain way behind the scenes, you know, maybe you're wanting love, and maybe there's someone who isn't really giving you the time or attention that you're wanting. Like, hopefully you don't take desperate measures to kind of incite some sort of reaction in this person, you know, but it could be a need for patience. Well, unexpected blessing is like, you know, I don't want to say like when somebody does communicate with you, it's an unexpected blessing, because no, I don't really think it's that. I mean, something unexpected may happen, I mean, depending on your situation. What card? It's your time. Now that I'm seeing that it's your time, there may be something that you've been wanting to do, something that you've kept hidden. It's like another side of yourself that you have yet to show. Maybe you're someone who doesn't really express yourself or communicate as much, and now you're wanting to open yourself up. And hello, Bridget. I hope you're doing well. So there may be that, there may be, when I think of this mask too, reminds me of V for Vendetta, but then it also reminds me of drama. It reminds me of acting, arts, performing arts. So maybe some of you, that could be something that you love to do. And you may be reaching this point where it's your time. Maybe you have been putting time and effort towards whatever career path you've been on. If you are someone who is a creative, someone who's a performer, that does come to mind, that maybe it's your time. Maybe there is going to be a hidden opportunity, because if we go back to the Coffee Cup Oracle, there may be an opportunity that comes up that it's like you're going to get your flowers. You're going to be recognized, and because it's your time to shine. It's like you have to overcome whatever desperation. And like I said, this doesn't have to resonate with you per se. It could be someone around you. But if there's whoever this resonates with, if there is desperation, it's like a matter of continuing to move forward, continuing to put in the effort, because when it's the right time, then the opportunity will come to you. Because, sometimes when you're desperate, you may lower your standards and accept things that aren't necessarily good for you. And because you're desperate, it's like you're someone maybe grasping for something, and it may not be what they truly want. And that could be where this indecision is coming from too. And the Say Less card is like you have to do more thinking, more processing, before you even speak, before you can render a decision. If it's a choice that you have to make, if the judgment is coming from you rather than a court or someone else. So like 72 hours. This is like so weird. I mentioned like two-faced person, someone who may be anxious. Anxiety came out the bottom of the deck. So that made me resonate. Okay, let's see what else comes out for the next 72 hours. I'm still getting used to having this many people on live. But my name is Tan. My channel is Artemis Oracle. I do Oracle and Tarot readings. My goal is to eventually start to do private readings. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I went to school and I studied education and social work. So there's a part of me that loves psychology and helping people, talking to people, listening, giving advice and stuff. And I love how tarot allows me to look at things from a different perspective. It has been helpful to me. And that aspect, I want to see how I can be an asset and try to help people in bettering their lives. I'm not saying my life is picture perfect, but at the point I am now, I'm very proud of myself and I'm happy with the way my life is going, But there's still much for me to achieve, I would say, since I'm still young. Okay, so in the Love Oracle, the Fear card came out. Afraid, uneasy, suspicion, why? I wanted to say unseen. And that's not here. Scared. Afraid, uneasy, suspicion, scared, unseen. That came up, I thought unseen. Someone feels like they're not being seen. They're not being acknowledged. Okay, earlier, before I started the reading, my cards fell over. And the Stormworm card, I saw it. I rarely see this card in a reading. Whenever I use this deck, I rarely see this. But I did see it when my cards fell on the floor. And I was like, that's interesting. That'll be interesting to see if it pops up. And it did. Upheaval, obstacle, wrecking ball, drama. I did mention drama with the two-faced, So, and then divine intervention, serendipity, catalyst, supernatural karma. I did mention that divine timing and it's your time. There may be some sort of opportunity that's going to be coming because it's meant to come, you know, and it's something that divine intervention. It may be something that's going to redirect you, especially if you've been at a place where you've been feeling desperate. But since we're looking at this from a love, hopefully you're like, please, I know how it is though, because to be loved is amazing, but we want to be loved by the right people. We don't want to be loved by just anybody. It has to be that good love. And it's interesting. I was listening to that song for Sean Paul and Ellie Goulding. It's called Bad Love. That's a good, I mean, it's a good song to dance to. I don't know about bad love, you know, but fear, storm warning, divine intervention. I think some of you may be sensing something going on within your connection if you are in a relationship and you're not sure what is going to come of it. Like, are you going to make it past the storm? And it seems like this is something that is divinely orchestrated because it's supposed to bring some sort of change. Maybe even restore balance in a situation if there has been some sort of imbalance. At the bottom of the deck, we have unfinished business. If this is somebody that you were dealing with in the past, you may be sensing that this person may be wanting to return. When we think of fear, it doesn't necessarily have to be like you has to do with safety per se, but it could be that you may be sensing something that's kind of making you uneasy. You know, you sensing something is going to happen. It could be something that may have happened in the past, and there may be somebody wanting to return, and then we have unfinished. It could be somebody that disappeared, and then now they wanted to reappear. The song Deafening Silence by Serj Tankian just came to my mind. And he says, something about somebody reappears. Unfinished business, home, ghosted at the bottom of the deck. So somebody disappeared from somebody that you have not heard from for a while. They just ghosted you. They don't talk to you. They may have rejected you. They may be ignoring you, but there is unfinished business and this person wants to come back home. I don't know if it's a situation where you are actually living with this person, but it could just be like this person may see you as home or just a place to return to, someone they just want to return to. I don't want to dehumanize you and call you a place, you know, but they just want to return to you. With the home card coming out, comfort, safety, belonging, shelter. This could be the person, you know, the way because we have fear, afraid, uneasy, suspicion, scared, but then we have safety. So somebody may be going through a difficult situation and they're wanting to return back to you because for them, you're a safe haven. You know, something could have happened where you were not in contact because of the ghosting. You know, it could be either one of you ghosted each other. But there seems to be something that needs to be completed. It could be a cycle that needs to be completed. And if you and this person are intending to reestablish your connection, rebuild the foundation, because of whatever happened in the past that caused some sort of separation, and that needs to be, I guess, essentially it has to be resolved before, if you want to reconcile with this person. And that was one of the cards I saw when it fell over. It says, it's not over, patterns, back and forth baggage. So there may have been something going on in your relationship where you kept going around in loops and circles, kept repeating the same cycles, but not making any necessary changes. So something may have happened that caused a break in connection, break in communication, break in contact, causing someone to ghost, to disappear, basically to retreat. And now they're at this place where it could be the fear of commitment. Maybe somebody was trying to keep the relationship in a certain arena. I'm just trying to think of a word, but like keep a relationship at a certain title or idea, you know, like not like really committing, but like wanting to keep the connection as is without, I guess, establishing some sort of commitment. You know what I mean? Or That's what I'm getting, because at the bottom of the deck, I see proposal. Maybe somebody has that fear, and that's what caused this person to disappear. But side message is, sometimes when people are planning to propose, um, I don't know if this is true, and they tend to like kind of pull back, and then it's like, oh, why is this my partner acting weird? Why are they dealing with somebody else? Are they, this person may be making excuses like, oh, I'm working extra hours or whatever. But they may be planning a proposal. I don't know if that really happens, because I see that like we see movies, and they're like, oh yeah, like he's retreating. I don't know if he's cheating on me, but then he's like, you know, planning something with friends or family, like planning some sort of proposal party or whatever because I don't know if that's gonna happen to me. I see that in movies and stuff, but art imitates life, right? So it could be something like that. Like this person may seem to be retreating, and they might be planning a proposal. Sometimes if you feel like your partner is retreating from you, and you're thinking, oh my God, are we going to break up? Are we going to, is our relationship over or whatever? And it's because this person is just like hiding and keeping secrets, but it's not the bad way. That's where the fear may be coming from too. Like you feel like, oh shit, like something's up, something's going to happen. You feel like you don't feel stable. That's a side message. Message. But yeah, I see proposal at the bottom of the deck. So that could be something. And it's funny though, because in the Coffee Cup Oracle, we did have the groom, right? With some masculine energy, and in life happens like we have love. So it's like two people meeting at the middle, like coming together, meeting up with each other. And then we have hidden gem. Could be that, and balance scales, that's justice, but that could also be indicating marriage. There could be a masculine energy that may be considering proposal. And then we have flowers at the bottom of the deck. Someone may be, someone may have well, everybody has a mother, but they may have let me see. It does say sadness and female. And then we did have fear, and then, but we saw stability and growth, and then key. I feel like somebody has been trying to establish something. Before someone proposes, they like to make sure they have all their ducks in a row, especially if you want to make sure your marriage is successful. And they say most marriages fail because of money. That's like the main thing besides cheating, but money. And someone may be putting a lot of time and energy towards building their financial stability or foundation before doing this. But that may not resonate with everybody. But next 70, that would be so cool. I would like to know if somebody gets proposed to in the next 72 hours. That's funny. Generations, children, ancestors, origin with the family card. Yeah, because if you want to get married, then you want to make sure you have a solid foundation to build a family. You want to make sure you have enough money, you have a secured home, a stable career, all that stuff. Someone may be feeling anxious because they might be wanting to propose. So that's not going to be for everybody. How much time have I been on? 29, 28. That's a long ass time. And I didn't even take out tarot. What tarot cards I want to use? Okay, let's just see what tarot says, and then we'll appropriately connect it to the cards that we have out. So I'm not doing a bullshit reading. Bad shuffle. Hi, I hope you're all doing well. My name is Tan, and this is Artemis Oracle. Welcome. If you're new, I thank you for returning. If you like, if you'd like, you can subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I do tarot and oracle readings. Okay, the first card that we have is Ten of Pentacles. So I was talking about financial stability, building our finances to, build a solid foundation. So, and then we did have the family card come out too. So family legacy. Eight of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. It's like somebody wants to move very quickly towards the Ten of Pentacles, but there's still some work that needs to be done, and someone is assessing their current financial situation, And earlier I did mention that some of you may be having to be resourceful with your finances and about a judgment that may be in your favor. And that's depending on which side of the law you're on, like if you're on the right side or the wrong side, The Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. It's like someone is taking stock of where they are right now, reflecting, and then trying to decide in which direction they should take with the Two of Pentacles, And then we have the Scale with the Two of Pentacles right here. So it's like about a matter of balance, weighing the options before making some sort of decision that that is needed because someone is currently indecisive. Let me see what else comes out. Another Strength card. That's Leo energy with the Two of Swords. We do have the Fear card. It's so funny that I put it right here next to the Fear card. So it's like someone needs to be brave. Someone needs to face their fears, be more courageous, and not allow themselves to get trapped in their mind, to get trapped in their thoughts, to get trapped in indecision. But it makes sense too that if you do have an important decision to make, if you have between 2 to 3 choices to make, or between 2 or 3 choices, regardless of what they are, you should be going within. Not to trap your mind, but just to block out any influencing, anything that may influence your decision, because you want to do what's right for you. You want to follow what is true to you, And there may be something that you need to decide on that you may be afraid of making the decision because you're not entirely sure how it may turn out in the end for you. It's like taking a risk in some way. But for some of you, it may be a risk that may work out in your favor, but it's depending on how you're making the decision and what do you value most. Like I mentioned, you may be offered a job that offers you a lot of money, but it's not what you want to do. Or it could be a job that it's everything that you want to do, but it's not enough money, But in some way, you can be at the Ten of Pentacles, not so much materially, but you could feel like fulfilled in some way. Or it can ultimately lead you to financial fulfillment, like being financially abundant and secure. I hope that makes sense. This reading seems to be all over the place. Oh, okay. We have the Knight of Cups, which I did see earlier. And then we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands it's funny because the Knight of Wands is the one that's like constantly moving, quick momentum, quick action. But it's like maybe some of you may have made decisions in the past where you've just made very rash decisions. So that's usually the Knight of Swords. But the Knight of Wands can be reckless. So maybe in the past you have been making reckless decisions, maybe decisions that were based off like your base desires, But now you're doing things because of, with the Knight of Cups, it's like you want to go towards things that may be fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling for you, rather than a cheap thrill, And that could have to do with love too. And it's funny, I looked at the it's your time. Like, it's your time to take certain things seriously, not be reckless, be more discerning, and do what you feel is right, but won't bite you in the ass in the long haul. You know, don't take unnecessary risks. And then the fool, yeah, don't be foolish. You want to take risks, but you don't want to take irresponsible risks. You want to be careful with how you're with the. And it's funny because the way this is so funny because the way he reminds me of the Two of Pentacles. Where's that card at? You know, you see how the hands are, it's like they're weighing the options. So there's like some sort of decision that you have to make, but it's going to require you to like, you know, sometimes like at the Fool, I like to say you can start things off like you could go on a new journey, a fool's journey, where you're maybe starting from scratch, but you're starting with experience. You know, like you have past experiences. So in the past, if you may have been reckless in making decisions, it's like now time to follow what's right, do what's right for you, what feels right, what is right, what fulfills you emotionally. You know, and it could even be like going towards someone that you love or care about too. You know, because the Knight of Cups is someone who is like romantic. So it could be about you going towards something that you love. A person, it could be a job, a career, it could be a hobby, side hustle. Take it as it resonates. I have to flip over. Is there anything else? Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. Yeah, because I did mention the recklessness. Maybe you've made a lot, maybe someone or you have made a lot of reckless decisions in the past. And, or you, I could say this is about not giving up. I mean, if there's something specific that you really desire that is calling to you, calling to your heart, it's like it's like don't let the fear, don't let the past bind you. You know, like you are the master of your happiness. You have power and authority over your own life. And ultimately, whatever decision you make, you have to stand by it. But just make sure that whatever decision you're making is coming from a place where you're being honest, where you're being true to yourself, and you're not harming anybody in any way, but you're still doing what is best for you. But don't let the past bind you. You know, you may be having to leave certain things behind, certain people behind, but you only want to move forward with what's going to support you in whatever endeavor you're going towards. And it could even be with love, moving forward with a love situation, you know, something that's worthy of investment versus worthy of your time. Because I'm looking at the Emperor card, you know, this is someone who has a lot of authority, who assumes their authority. You know, they're aware of the power they have. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Three of Swords. The Three of Swords came out. So whoever this person is that may have ghosted you, they're aware of the pain that they caused you. And I think this person was even hurt by this decision, regardless of who ghosted who. You know, somebody was hurt by this decision. Oh, crap. Six of Wands. But I did mention that somebody did want to come back because there is unfinished business. They feel safe with you. Makes me think of a song, from Sam Smith. Safe with me. Safe with me. Don't you know that you are safe with me? Some shit like that. I like that song. So that song popped up. Yeah, so this, like, whoever this person is like they want to come back and resolve any issues that you and them have, you know, possibly heal whatever rift, disappointment that they may have caused. Because the Four of Wands, I did mention earlier about proposal. So this person may be wanting to commit, wanting to establish a foundation. I did mention like somebody working on their finances because they want to make sure that the family has you know, this is Ten of Pentacles essentially too, you know? So this is what this person may be wanting to work towards. Maybe for them, this is where they'll be victorious. Queen of Wands. Some of you may have fire sign energy. Let's see what signs are here. We have Aries. You have fire, but I'm going to look at the court cards. Knight of Wands, that's Aries. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. What else do we have? We have the Fool, I believe it's Aries or Aquarius. Then what else do we have? Those are the only ones. Can you see anything else? Look at this. Because we see the Four of Wands, family, home, you know? Generations, children, ancestors, origin. What time do I have left? Okay, wow, this is going long. One more card. One more card. Hi, Sharon. Hope you're doing well. Oh, the Two of Cups. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Hi, Cheryl. I hope you're doing well. Look at that Two of Cups. Yeah, somebody. That could be the unexpected blessing that we saw earlier. This realization this person is having about your connection and wanting to come back, wanting to mend, wanting to bring in stability, to close out any cycles that they may be having with you. Taking control, bossing up, regardless of gender, with the Emperor. Thank you, Cheryl. Oh, good. What kind of dogs do you have, Sharon? For unfinished business, yeah. Unfinished business. It's not over. I made me think about the song from Chris Daltrey, It's Not Over. It's not over. Like, I want to do it right this time around. This time around. Trying to do it right this time around. Let's not over. Because a part of me is dead and in the ground. This love is killing me. This love is killing me. But you're the only one. I see you. I don't know why that came out of my I see you. This person is like, I see you. I see you. I see you. No. Okay, Sharon. But this is somebody that is wanting to, someone who is very much focused on like building a solid foundation. You're someone who has been working. This is some sort of separation that was forced. But not all the messages are not going to resonate with everybody. Like, this is a long reading. There's a lot. There's a lot of messages in this reading. But ultimately, it's like whoever this person is, they're thinking about family, they're thinking about home, they're thinking about stability. They want to make things right. They're just like really focused on longevity. Like, they want this and this and this and 10 of Pentacles, you know? This is serious energy. I'm not saying like an obsessive person can't be serious, you know? And sometimes people may want certain things with us and they're not right for us, you know? I'm done with this reading. Thank you, Cinderella. I really appreciate you. I'm done with this reading. Let's see. Chosen Beard. Did you say hi? Starseed. Bye. Who's a starseed? Me? I would love to know. Like, how does someone know if they're a starseed? How does somebody know that? How do you find that out? I see that there's these tests online, and I'm like, is that real? Like, is there really a test, you know, that you could take? You know, is there a test? It's like finding out, like, I'm not trying to minimize the idea of star seeds or, you know, different peoples, because I wouldn't be surprised if I was from a different planet. Because I remember when I was a little girl, I would think that, yeah. But not celebrities. Celebrities, they're made famous because other people put them out there. You know, a lot of marketing, a lot of but we talk about like star seeds, like people who come from different planets. They come with a purpose to improve. Their mission is to help save humanity in some way, you know. And you know, people have those quizzes like, "What's your favorite princess? Which Harry Potter thing are you? Like a Slytherin, a Gryffindor? I don't watch Harry Potter, a Hufflepuff, or whatever. You know what I mean?" Yes, Taurus. Good people are stars. Yes, not celebrity people though. You know what I wonder though, because automatically when I read your comment, I thought about Hollywood. You know, Sharon, that's what came in my mind. Okay, I saw Cinderella asked a question about Steve. I don't know if Cinderella's still there. In Spanish, star is estrella. Estrella. Star's a pretty name. Okay, let's see. I don't know if Cinderella's here. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Do you have a channel, Sharon? So I see Lacey has a question. Let me see something. I don't know, Cinderella. I don't think. Oh, okay. I don't think Cinderella's there. Whew. Let me go back. Like, my break actually finished, Lacey. Oh. Let me see something. I can't even exit. Mm. The Two of Pentacles flipped over. Lacey, are you still there? Well, thank you for the likes and subscribes. I really appreciate it. Okay, so Lacey's not answering, so she's not there anymore. 7-Eleven is on the screen. 7 people with 11 likes. 7-Eleven. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with the reading. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend ahead. Thank you, Sharon. I love this. This is a filter, you know. It has the retouch that you can do on the screen. It makes my skin look flawless. Thank you so much, Sharon. I really appreciate you being here. So I'm going to end the reading here. I'm going to end the live. I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead and that you stay safe and that your weekend is everything that you need it to be. And I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care, everyone. Bye.